boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Let's get this party started right. And we like peace, peace, peace and love to the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species on the planet, man. How we living today? How y'all living today? How the world treating you? You know what I'm talking about? We doing good out there, man. I hope we is, cause you know I got another SCP for us. And this one I'm sure for the most part everybody's heard of it. The Mothman SCP. Now we're getting somewhere, people, because ain't nobody ever mentioned the SCP aspect of it. In any video podcast, it don't matter. It don't matter. Anytime the Mothman's ever come up in subject, it's never, at least I haven't heard anything tagged along it, hashtagged it, SCP, anything of that nature. So this is ironic that we actually have a cryptid that we're familiar with, but now it's on the SCP label, and it's SCP-2901. So, Academates, like, share, and subscribe. If you're new, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We are in the series of the SCP. We got a Euclid K-class scenario, and I hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, bustin'. The Mothman. This is interesting, y'all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-2901. Object Class: Euclid. Special Containment Procedures.
Boy, that's a whole insectoid right there, boy. Yeah, they got something to do with the planet conquering takeover. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Because of the extra-dimensional properties related to SCP-2901, there are currently no methods of physical containment. Case reports involving SCP-2901 will be remitted to Mobile Task Force 55, Twilighters, for further investigation. Civilian sightings of SCP-2901 will be suppressed using amnestic field applications. Media leaks regarding SCP-2901 will be deleted or discredited by the Information Detraction, Censorship, and Rescission Division, ID card. Field personnel should avoid SCP-2901 if at all possible. Those authorized to investigate SCP-2901 must carry mobile devices capable of short message services, SMS, in case of sudden acoustic cancellation. If a hostile encounter is unavoidable, personnel should adhere to the following steps. Number 1. Do not attempt to run. Fleeing may provoke SCP-2901 to give chase. Number 2. Hold your ground. Be sure to make eye contact. Number 3. Make a threat display, using clothing to imitate an increase in body mass. Number 4. Continue Step 3 until SCP-2901 becomes disinterested and submits. Number 5. Avoid physical contact if at all possible. Wield or throw objects to maintain distance. Description: SCP-2901 are a species of nocturnal carnivorous scavengers of limited intelligence, averaging 1.7 meters in height. SCP-2901 usually appear as having an ellipsoid shape and possess 2 large eyes layered with photophoric tissue. SCP-2901 are covered in a layer of minute iridescent lamellar scales similar to lepidopterans. SCP-2901 are able to move through space-time freely, granting them certain abilities such as levitation, flight, and teleportation. SCP-2901 are, however, tangible and susceptible to conventional firearms. SCP-2901 are also able to emit an acoustic cancellation effect within a radius of approximately 25 meters. The purpose or function of this ability is not wholly understood, but it is theorized to aid in stealth. Several methods of containment and/or deterrence are still being considered. However, because of the elusiveness of SCP-2901, a large majority of the general public are aware of related incidents, and possibly even the existence of SCP-2901. Countermeasures are in place as a temporary solution for protecting.
Now, there's a lot that I could say, but I ain't gonna waste too much time and drag it out. It's funny that y'all would let us, you know what I mean? Because I've seen plenty of video and plenty, you know what I'm talking about? It fits the description perfectly of the cryptid that everybody's been seeing. The one that gave chase, and you know what I'm talking about? And it's almost like because we can take this thing out, we're allowed to know about it. Out of all the things that we've seen, why are we allowed to know about this? It's almost like you throwing that thing under the bus. You know what I'm talking about? Why? I mean, okay, I'm gonna meditate on this. I'm gonna figure out why exactly we're actually allowed to. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Out of all the stuff, that's crazy. Just out of all the stuff we should know about.
Information on SCP-2901.
Level 2 access required. ID card. Information detraction, censorship, and rescission division. ID card of SCP-Foundation.Internet. X7502. Fax 7503. Operation. Surgeon's photograph. Priority. Dalek. Internal use only.
Preamble. Due to the uncontainable nature and general notoriety of SCP-2901, certain protocols must be established in order to quell civilian suspicion as to the existence of these entities. The following is an outline of Operation Surgeon's photograph that should be reviewed by your respective teams. Counterintelligence. Due to the nature of Operation Surgeon's photograph, information regarding SCP-2901 does not require additional safeguards against espionage. Information about SCP-2901 will remain accessible on the Foundation main list database. Standard protocols for sensitive information, access clearance, and storage still apply. Identification of sensitive material. Utilizing the automated virtual agents already in place, the certain keywords related to SCP-2901 will be routinely searched and red flagged on the daily reports. Pages will be reviewed by selected teams as they are discovered and remitted to the tactical planning team to determine the severity and next course of action. Disinformation campaign. The tactical planning team will review suspected files or pages and make decisions and recommendations regarding pertinent threats. Dozens of online dummy accounts for media sharing websites are to be created and managed by ID Card's Special Cyberspace Unit. Using these dummy accounts, content regarding the presence and/or glorification of SCP-2901 will be made widely available. This is
AKA some of them trolls. Your trolls, your so-called trolls, when they be in the comment section or when they be on your live, when they're trying to deter people and discourage people or misdirect people or confuse the, you know what I'm talking about? Right there. And just so y'all know, there's actually a law that says that it's legal for them to spread propaganda. AKA, dumb it down, there is a law that says that it is legal for the government to lie to you. Okay? So if a label says, hey, this doesn't have this ingredient in it, and it really has that ingredient in it, you get what I'm saying? Just so you know.
Is to saturate any shared leaked footage or images with fabricated disinforming content. Content will be developed and published in a variety of mediums related to SCP-2901, including fictional stories, doctored photographic images, visual semi-realistic art, falsified eyewitness interviews, and merchandise. The Foundation front company, Studio City Productions, will be contracted to create several low-budget...
Listen, y'all. This is the smear campaign of any true evidence. This is the whole procedure in a nutshell. Right here, y'all. Write this down. So when you seeing this take place in real time, you know what I'm saying? You need to open that other eye and get that hindsight. You know what I'm talking about? Because they're basically telling you, if you find it,
documentaries involving SCP-2901, while including other well-known cryptids from folklore. This will further aid in convincing the general public that the existence of SCP-2901 is highly questionable and
including other well-known cryptids from folklore. That's an open admission right there. That the cryptids are folklore. And then, you know what I'm saying? So you just run your head, scan your mind for all the well-known cryptids of folklore. Man, I'm about to go folklore hunting. Right.
All likelihood impossible to validate. Required deletions. Any source material of SCP-2901 deemed too sensitive to be accessible to civilians will also be addressed by the Special Cyberspace Unit. Standard protocols for denial of service operations will be carried out to isolate the source. After the source is isolated, efforts will be made to erase the original content. Any information regarding the original poster of the material will then be handed over to Mobile Task Force 55 for further investigation. In all cases, services will be restored once the material has been erased. Any denial of service operations in excess of 24 hours will need to be reported to the Department of External Affairs. Cessation of operations. Operation Surgeon's Photograph will continue until a viable method of containment or deterrent for SCP-2901 is in place. Virtual agents will continue to search for keywords related to SCP-2901. These will be included on the month-end reports to be reconciled at the end of the quarter. Content made during Operation Surgeon's Photograph will remain accessible. The first official documented incursion of SCP-2901 was near the town of West Virginia, USA in followed by the collapse of... Since then, continuing field observations have concluded that SCP-2901 are an aggressively territorial and solitary species. SCP-2901 normally do not engage or reveal themselves openly to humans and will often retreat or vanish if discovered. Further observations suggest that SCP-2901 are able to approximate the time and location of future disasters with a certain degree of accuracy, particularly those resulting in multiple fatalities. This is supported by accounts and reports showing a sudden presence of SCP-2901 within the vicinity of the disaster area, usually within a month or week before it occurs. During this period, many SCP-2901 will claim rights to the area, resulting in altercations with other SCP-2901, sometimes including human bystanders being mistaken as threats. During these aggressive territorial behaviors, SCP-2901 are able to change their physical shape into a large nebulous-like body as a threat display. After the disaster event occurs, the remaining SCP-2901 will take part in feeding off the deceased in a frenzy-like behavior until the food source is depleted, vacating once satiated.
Level 4 access required. ID card. Information detraction, censorship, and rescission division. ID card at scpfoundation.internet. X7502. Fax 7503. Confidential. Priority. Gimmel. Directive. Operation Surgeon's photograph is to be considered the special containment procedures for SCP-2901 and is to operate under the guise of an active public disinformation campaign. Mobile Task Force 5-5 will be responsible for its continuation and level of effectivity in maintaining acceptable levels of public awareness and conception. As a point of clarification, the purpose of Operation Surgeon's photograph is not to protect information on SCP-2901, but rather control information on SCP-2901. Summary. SCP-2901's current evolution is the sum of Foundation's efforts in manipulating its existence through public perception. SCP-2901 are a group of extra-dimensional entities that lack a stable, cohesive form and purpose that only coalesces through continued observational reconciliation. For SCP-2901 to maintain a stable physical mass, approximately 75% of the nearby human populace within 500 kilometers need to be congruent on a singular concept of what SCP-2901 is and what it does. SCP-2901 were first discovered and categorized as highly unstable Keta-class entities capable of producing localized CK-class scenarios at random. Further research into SCP-2901's unstable manifestation proved to be futile, as unbeknownst to Foundation scientists at the time, SCP-2901 would involuntarily change during each subsequent observation. During a containment breach into the civilian-populated areas within the Appalachian region of the southern United States, SCP-2901 began gradually condensing into a singular manifestation the more it was exposed to humans. Civilians began conceding to the idea that SCP-2901 was a dark-winged-like humanoid with large red eyes, which corresponded to the pre-existing local folklore. SCP-2901 also began to evolve predatory-like behaviors and anomalous acoustic effects that conceptualized due to the mass fear generated within the surrounding communities. Foundation researchers recognized the effects and began isolating SCP-2901 as much as possible. However, deprived of regular perceptual input, SCP-2901 began to devolve into its initial highly unstable manifestations once again. The decision was made to maintain SCP-2901 in a functioning, manageable state through continued exposure to human perceptual belief that SCP-2901 is a tangible creature of local folklore, another Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster. The nearby Silver Bridge collapse of 1967 and the SCP-2901 Appalachian incursion in reality have no connection with one another. However, public opinion strongly disagreed, and henceforth, SCP-2901 began to appear at other future disaster events. This was the precursor of the precognitive scavenging animal-like behavior that is observed today. Efforts are to continue gradually introducing notions developed by the Foundation as to further SCP-2901's evolution into a more docile and manageable concept. Internal counterintelligence. Only Foundation personnel with Level 4 clearance are permitted to view this document. For all intents and purposes, all other personnel are to be included in actively contributing to SCP-2901's perceptual evolution. It is pertinent that this document be limited to no more than 50 persons, including the O5 Council.
And that concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Peace. Y'all, there you have it, Academates. The Mothman on a level that you've never seen, on a level that you've never heard, on a description, and everything that you've just, well, I ain't gonna say never, you know what I mean, because I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, I'm not the only one that's hip to these SCPs, other than those that's hip to it, you know what I'm talking about. But hey, y'all, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful, because basically they gave confirmation to more folklore cryptids they out there. And again, they're going to use the tactic of misdirection and cease, silence, or gag orders out the whole nine. They got snatch your ass up, you know what I'm talking about, and haul you somewhere before you know it. You know what I'm saying? You're waking up, sheet coming up your head, you 20 miles you know what I'm saying, under the ground, and they asking you all types of questions. And it's like, dude, all I did was caught a photo. It was 5 seconds. I posted it. Said, what in the hey is this? A week later, I'm being unbagged. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at y'all like, what the fuck? And it was nothing but, you know what I'm talking about? And it's like, why? Why are y'all doing that to us, though? We're just out here. I mean, you just got us like out here like sitting ducks, just waiting for the next you know what I'm saying, anomaly, the next thing to happen, and then y'all pounce on it, and more than likely, just like the police, you're late to the party. You feel me? So I'm thinking like, why don't you put the people on game and let us know? So, you know what I mean? If we see things, we know what's a threat and what's not. But then again, it could be the good guys, and y'all would say, hey, they're a threat, just so we'd be attacking the good guys. You know what I mean? It's just, listen, man, y'all have really, really, really damaged the trust of the planet. The people, the species, the everything here. Everything on planet Kai. Everything in the entire realm of Atlantis, planet Kai, y'all have just, there is no trusting with y'all. It's disheartening, you know what I mean? It's really disheartening when I think about all the people that's still dedicated to, you know what I'm saying, to the governments like that. I mean, I'm not, listen, and do not get it twisted, YouTube or anybody else. I am not, you know what I'm saying, promoting some anarchy, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, when it comes down to trust, which we know is something that's valuable, you feel me, y'all? I mean, so many people know about this thing. Just like the Loch Ness, the Bigfoot, so many. I mean, it's damn. I mean, listen, when we sit here and we think about it, y'all, all those stories, mythology, all those tales. Man, listen here. Y'all better keep y'all head on a swivel. Keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected. Keep something with you at all times. You know what I'm talking about? And it's not just one. It's several. They fight over territories. They pop up. They vanish. They ain't caught them. They just probably more than likely been observing, because that's all they got, most likely. You know what I'm saying? For most of these damn things, it's all they got is observing, and or what we found. And then they end up, you know what I'm saying, clubbing us in the head. It's like, bro, don't be mad at me because, you know what I'm talking about, y'all couldn't get up on the thing and he actually was stalking me. You sound like y'all jealous. So now you gon', you know what I'm saying, you gonna press me and make me, you know what I'm saying? It's not cool. That's not cool, y'all. That you sit here and you try to, that's why I say mentally, but you know what I'm saying, because you playing with people's minds. You know what I'm saying? Straight psych job. Psyops. You know what I'm talking about? And there's no reason for it. If we are to trust you, then you need to be letting us know that there's some stuff out here that we can take out, and there's some stuff out here that if you see it, that's like what was the first Avatar when they was when they got the when they was on the planet Pandora, Pandora. You know what I mean, when Buddy just got his Avatar and he down there, you know what I'm saying? And he ran up on the big thing, and she was like, "Stand your ground." He was like, "What?" He was like, "What should I do? Should I run? Should I shoot it? Should I?" You know what I'm saying? She was like, "No, he just kind of territorial. Just stand your ground." It's like, all right, cool. But then when the cat like panther thing came out, then he was like, okay, this something new. What do I do here? She was like, definitely run. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's only fair. It's only right. Especially if you want the people's trust. But y'all be good until next time. I'm finna hit up another SCP and another SCP and another SCP and another SCP. Because if y'all ain't taking notes, you needs to be. Because if you just so happen to find these things in your city streets or your trees or your country or wherever, your backyard, whatever, you better know which ones you can knock on, which ones you can't. You feel me? Get your notebooks out, y'all. Pen, pad. You know what I'm talking about? Screen record, whatever you need to do. If I was you, I'd go ahead and subscribe to the Volgun. So, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Miller can go and put you on some game. You know what I'm talking about? But if you want me to bring them to you, I'm going to keep bringing them to you whether you do or not. You know what I'm talking about? I'm still going to be bringing them. You feel me? Because, oh yeah. So, guys, goddesses, high vibrating species, Planet Kai. Next time.